Coach Lo here. Happy Friday and also happy May. It's been a little over a month of quarantine. Stay strong and stay moving. I know this time has been testing on our mental health, our physical health, everything. It's been hard for a lot of us. I can only imagine those who have kids, the extra stress of being a teacher as well. But keeping your daily workouts is shown to help that mental health. So make sure you're getting up and moving every single day. Personally, the workout I know is like something that regular on a normal day without the quarantine I would be doing. So doing it inside quarantine, it gives me a feeling of normality, even though I might be doing it with different equipment, not exactly as the workout tells me, maybe with different equipment, but we can all get it in. Even if you have little to no equipment, I make sure that I try to explain it in this video, but if you have something and you're questioning how do I use this in a workout, be sure to reach out to me or any of the other coaches. We will let you know. I know sometimes with the dumbbell snatch, if you only have a kettlebell, you might be wondering how to do that. You can do snatches with the kettlebell, so just let us know. I'll be sure to demonstrate that if you need that. But also just give yourself a pat on the back. It has been a month in quarantine, a month plus in quarantine. For some people it's been more, but you are doing your part and you should give yourself a pat on the back for that. You're saving lives, you're helping keep other people safe, so I think that's very important. And these two workouts, one of them is very fitting to this topic, then the other one is very fitting to its name. So Alone Together I thought was very unique. It kind of makes me feel like how I feel in quarantine. And then we're going to look at Round-a-bout today, which also makes sense to how the workout is prescribed. I think Alone Together is very unique, just in the name, because we are alone. We're in our house alone, we're used to socializing, we're used to going to the gym. Also, disregard the rain, and it's raining pretty hard outside. I try to block out the noise, but there's only so much I can do in the garage. It's supposed to rain on Friday, so it's just kind of a gloomy day, and we'll all get through it. Back to why I think Alone Together is important, because we are alone, but we are a community. We have these videos that I feel like I am talking to you guys. We have our Zooms where we can see each other, our happy hours. We all post our sweaty after WOD pictures. We see each other on sugar WOD giving each other fist bumps. So we are a community, but at the same time, right now we do have to be inside, away from others. But to the workout, it's on the 4 minutes, times 6 rounds, 6 burpee box jumps, 24 inch to 20 inch, 24 inches, 9 kettlebell swings at 70, 53, and 12 to 9 calories on the assault bike. For the burpee box jump, unlike the burpee box jump overs, we don't have to stand to full extension. For today, the burpee box jump, we will not go over the box, we'll just jump onto the box, we'll stand at full extension. So, you can jump up to the box or you can step up to the box. RX is jumping up to the box. If you jump up to the box, be sure you're jumping with your 2 feet, not 1 foot at a time. For your step-ups, you will do 1 foot at a time. You're going to touch that chest and thighs to the ground on our burpees. Coming up, stepping forward to our box, and we're going to jump up to our box again, reaching full extension of our knees, hips at the top. For our kettlebell swings, these are American kettlebell swings. So we're going to use that hip hinge to drive that weight overhead. Make sure we have the tight core that I talked about yesterday and those soft knees to help support the drive. Do not squat the kettlebell. We also talked about that yesterday. If you squat the kettlebell, you're going to have to use more range of motion to get it all the way overhead. So we're just going to hinge at the hips instead of squatting. Just a hip hinge. And what I mean by that is we're going to unseat our knees a little bit, and then we're just going to hinge our hips, so bringing our hips back and forth. I hope I can show you guys in a video what I'm meaning by that, because I'm only at the chest up. On to the movement substitutions for the assault bike. That's really the only movement substitutions for today on this workout. You can do a 15 to 12 calorie row, a 12 by 10 meter shuttle runs, or 200 meter run. Today's tips and tricks. This is a fast and simple interval workout. There's not much to it. It's kind of mindless. Some running, some burpees, and some burpees to the box, and some kettlebell swings. Low skill means high speed. These are low skill movements. A lot of, it doesn't take a lot of thinking as a snatch would or clean would. You only really have your kettlebell swings. So we're looking for high speed. We're going to turn on that nitro burner, and we're just gonna set it off and really go real fast today. We're gonna go on the 0, the 4, the 8, the 12, the 16, and the 20. That will be our 6 rounds. This is meant to take about 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete that amount of work, and then you basically rest the rest of the time. So you have 4 minutes, so we definitely wanna make sure we get this work completed in 3 minutes to allow built-in rest, 1 minute of rest. But it should about take you 1 minute and 30 seconds. So this is basically an all-out sprint to gain as much rest as we can. That is the goal. Sometimes the goal is, you know, for the bird drum beep test is to be kind of meticulous about it and make sure you're not going too fast or your heart rate's gonna get up. Today is all-out sprint because we're gonna be able to catch our breath, and the amount of rest we're gonna get, we'll be able to catch up for the next round. So, put it on in the burpees and the assault bike. You know, your kettlebell swings are very monotonous. We're really gonna try to push our speed on our kettlebell swings and push our speed on the bike because the bike is the last movement before we are finished. There's plenty of built-in rest like I spoke of, so that means you'll have enough time to recover before your next round. So really, don't hold back from the beginning. We're gonna go full on speed from the beginning. I know sometimes I say, you know, let's back it down in the beginning, think about how we feel. Nope, we're turning on the engines and going straight from the beginning. We're gonna speed up our transition. We're gonna start heavy in the beginning, but we're also gonna look to, you know, increase our transitions, speed up our transitions a little bit from movement to movement over the rounds. Also, because it's an all sprint, where stuff is placed, equipment is placed, is very important. If I want an efficient transition, I want my kettlebell closed, I want my box closed, I want my assault bike closed. Like I said in another video, I don't want my assault bike over here, my kettlebell over here, and then my box over here. That means I have to go across the garage each time, you know, and that eats up at least like 10 seconds, at least 10 seconds, if more. Because then if your assault bike's over here, you gotta get off the assault bike, get to your kettlebell swings, and get your kettlebell swinging. Then to get to your box, you gotta get to your box, you gotta burpee, then get, you know, you want quick transition. So meticulously set up things like we do in the gym to allow those those fast transitions, sorry. This will help you maintain or increase the time. So if you speed up those transitions, you're gonna be able to at least maintain your speed, or you're gonna be able to increase it. Because usually we're like, oh, back it down in the beginning so you can be consistent. Today we're gonna go full speed out, you know, from the gate, and then we're gonna try to speed up our transitions as we learn to help maintain that instead of, you know, going at a consistent speed. We're still gonna try to be consistent. If you saw, it said maintain or increase this time. So we're still gonna have a very similar, consistent time, but we're gonna go hard from the beginning, basically. On to Round-a-bout. This is, I think the name is so funny, because once I detail the workout, it's basically a chipper, so we go back through the same movement, so it's like a roundabout. So you're gonna do 50 single arm alternating dumbbell squat cleans, 100 double unders, 50 hand release push-ups, 100 double unders, 50 single arm alternating dumbbell squat cleans. So we're looking at the single arm alternating dumbbell squat clean. We're gonna have both heads of the bell down, so we're gonna touch both heads to the ground, alternating every rep. Arms are gonna be straight until those hips and legs extend. Once the hips extend, we're gonna quickly, rapidly extend those hips, followed by a shoulder shrug, followed by a pull under with our arms, received in the bottom of a front squat. Hips below knee crease is where we're catching it today. If you have problems catching it in that position, you can always catch it in a power clean and then ride it down. But we're going all the way full, hips below knee crease today. Make sure to stand at full extension at the top before bringing the weight off the shoulders. So a lot of people, when they cycle squat cleans, they're gonna squat, and then before you even stand up, you know, you're bringing it off your shoulders. You should be always stand up. You should already have stood up before you take that weight off your shoulders and go to cycle it. Moving on to the hand release push-ups. These are at the bottom of the push-up. It's going to be a regular push-up, but at the bottom of the push-up, you're going to lift those hands. So it basically stops your momentum from going, whereas in the push-up, you're able to kind of create some momentum. This stops your momentum, then you have to bring your hands back down and push up to full extension. At the top, you should have full extension at the top. I want to make that very clear. And you should have a flat back. We talked about this flat back, not worming. I'm gonna go about that here in a second. Every push-up is a plank, but not every plank is a push-up. So aim to keep the body in one straight line as you press out of the bottom. We see a lot of worming. You know, worming is because you're not squeezing your belly, your butt, and your quads tight, so you're not staying engaged, so you're creating a worm-like, you know, kind of like a little U in your back. We want your butt, your belly, or your core, and your quads to be tight, and that will create that straight line. So think about keeping everything tight and engaged, and let's not do any worming today. For your double unders, think of your body as a pogo stick during your jump. You avoid any kick forward, kick back, kick piking, any piking or anything like that, because that will, you know, use a lot of energy, and we want to conserve energy for these big sets. So think of yourself as a pogo stick. Pogo stick goes straight up, and it, you know, springs off of its feet. So we're going to spring off our toes and give us a straight body the whole time in our double unders. Alright guys, on to movement substitutions. If you need more movement substitutions, be sure to reach out to me. I have more in my arsenal. These are just the ones that CompTrain prescribes. For the single arm alternating dumbbell squat cleans, we're looking at odd object squat cleans or 100 air squats. For the double unders, you can do 50 over and back hops. So 2 equals 1. You have to do 2 hops for it to equal 1 rep. 150 single unders or 3 minutes of double under practice, which is a long time, but 100 double unders does take some time. So if you're really trying to get your dubs, spend that 3 minutes and really hunker down. And I thought it sounded like Leslie Jordan right there, hunker downers, and learn those double unders. It will really help you guys. For hand release push-ups, you can do hand release push-ups from the knees, of course, or an AMRAP of 3 minutes. So let's say you're, you know, have push-ups, somebody like me that has push-ups, but my arm stamina is not there. I can do an AMRAP of 3 minutes, and getting as many reps of those hand release push-ups as I can. This can happen with somebody that has knee push-ups as well. If you can't do 50, you're gonna go as long as you can in those 3 minutes, and the maximum amount you can do is 50. So if you get to 50, you completed it, you know, in 3 minutes. But if you only get 40 in those 3 minutes, you then move on to the next, to the double unders, I believe. So just something to think about. You can do that as well. Some tips and tricks. This is an up and back chipper, like I said, roundabout. You know, when you go to roundabout, it meets again at where it began. So, you know, we're meeting again at those single arm alternating dumbbell squat cleans. This should take you about 12 to 18 minutes. This is a high skill and high fatigue workout, which means, what do you think it means? Calculated breaks early and often. This is gonna come in. Push-ups can go. When you lose your momentum in your push-up, you're gonna learn, you know, the weakness of the push-up because you don't have the momentum to rely on. So, you know, break those up early, you know, in squat cleans and double unders. Double unders burn your, you know, your forearms up, and your squat cleans are gonna burn your legs, and you have to use those in your double unders. So be very strategic in this. Find something. There is a rep scheme in CompTrain of what you can do if you're looking for a certain amount of sets. Look at that. It would take up a lot of time for me to detail it here, but it is to your disposal on CompTrain or on SugarWOD. So go to the athlete's notes and you can see that. One of the best ways to stay moving is to make sure you never feel burned out in the first place. So if you don't really feel the burnout and you don't feel like you're gonna fail a rep, then you're gonna keep moving. But if you feel that, you know, you're gonna be hesitant to keep going because you're like, am I recovered? Am I good enough? So find that balance between, you know, like hitting that line or not getting too close to that line and being all the way fatigued and not being able to do any more reps. So chip away at the smaller sets today, and let's get it going for our Friday workout. Let's everyone just, you know, take an hour of your day, and let's, you know, improve our mental health, make us feel better, you know, get our sweat on and enjoy a rainy day, I guess, because that's all we can do. I hope you guys have a great day. If you need anything from me or the other coaches, do not hesitate to reach out to us. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye guys.